your luxury ambassadors. Kersh Ruhl is going to go over Proxio with all of you today. And Valerie Guenther is going to talk about Wealth Engine. So Kersh, I know you're here.
I'm here.
Oh, yes. Awesome. So we're going to ask everybody to mute when you are not speaking. That would be great. We will have some time for Q&A at the end. And we're very conscientious of all of your time today. So Kersh Ruhl, our luxury ambassador, is going to kick us off today on Proxio. Take it away, Kersh.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. What a group. I'm so honored. This is awesome. So basically, or that just means that all of you are like I was, and you had no idea what that square was all about on CB Desk.
This meeting is being recorded.
There we go.
Oh,
my bad, man.
Recorded. Am I able to drive, JD?
You should be able to. If it doesn't give you access, let me know. And I'll make you the host.
So yeah, we're gonna do a short presentation. We're not gonna bore you. We're not gonna take forever. We just want to touch on what this is all about, because I think we are headed in a direction where we're going to need a lot of these kinds of tools as our world kind of gets smaller and we get a little more virtual, and we have people coming from this area to that, and it becomes a little more fluid. So yeah, we want to kind of tell you about one of these special tools that we have that you might not know about. So here we go. Let me see. Share my screen. All right, so like I said, if you're like me, you didn't know what that square was all about. And if you're like me, you have CB Desk as one of your bookmarks up at the top, which you all should have. So you can easily access your CB Desk, click on it. I'm already in it, but we'll let it load again. Let's see, let me move this here. So as we scroll through all the wonderful little squares on CB Desk, we come across this mysterious one called Proxio Connect and Showcase, which is an incredible tool that JD did a little presentation for us on, and I was thoroughly impressed, and something that we can, I think, really all benefit from. So as you can see, I'm kind of just starting. I have one connection, so shame on me, but I'm trying to build my network.
Kersh, is
so
that
start somewhere, Kersh? It's important to start somewhere.
That's exactly right. It's small steps. So there's two different forms of Proxio. There's the Proxio Connect and the Proxio Showcase. Basically, we're going to start with Proxio Connect. Proxio Connect is, kind of think of it as like your virtual networking database for basically agents throughout the country, not necessarily from our company, but from all different companies. Like some of these, this is someone from Remax, this is someone from another, kind of local brokerage that have signed up for Proxio. They've had to pay for it. So here's something you need to know about Proxio. Proxio will not show up, I don't think, on your squares unless you are certified. Is that correct, JD?
You will not have an account unless you are a certified agent. Yes. So it'll be there, but you won't have access.
Access denied.
Yeah, but let's talk about that real quick. We've got a lot of agents that are going into the certification class next week, right? So we really want them to learn this now and see it now. So even though you may be close, but you're not there yet, let's learn now, okay?
Right, which was going to be my plug. That was absolutely my plug.
Plug it again.
Yeah, sign up for the virtual class so you can have access to Proxio. These other places, they need to pay for it. It comes part of our package as part of the Coldwell Banker, kind of your package of goods that you get. So just something to note. As you saw, I logged in and I had this screen here. When you first log in, that will not look like this. It'll go through a set of questions, kind of like a wizard. So you can then get to this screen. You'll have to, I think, upload your picture. You have to do your profile, some kind of cool stuff like that. And you might want to do your profile. I think if you're able to do your profile, you might want to make it a little different on Proxio, because it's geared more towards the luxury space than it is towards just the residential. So you think about that when you're thinking about doing your profile. So anyways, going into Connect. So again, think of this as like kind of like your LinkedIn, your 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 social network for your real estate business, your luxury real estate business, because this is going to connect you with all these people across the land that are going to hopefully provide business your way. So these are network suggestions. Kind of there's some few things. Build my network. So these are people. I don't know who these people are. I'll invite them. They have headshots. They're doing their job. So I'm going to invite these people. So real quick, I'm just one click, invite them. These other people, I know who they are. They're in my market. I don't know. I'm probably not really gonna invite them right now. Just don't feel like it. But there's also this thing here, the standard agent piece right here. Again, I don't think we need to upgrade because you already have the version that promotes all of our listings. Again, is that correct?
Yeah, no, you're spot on. So it's unfortunately a thing that Proxio keeps there. Through CB, you have the quote-unquote upgraded version that allows a lot more of the networking capabilities. You don't really want to click on that upgrade account at all because it's you don't need to. It's already upgraded.
Yeah. Perfect. So that's kind of your dashboard. It has your listings here, and their little video that kind of is like, it's a kind of a silent video. Nothing really happens there. I don't think I would really do anything with this at this point, because I'm going to click over on this tab here, this promotion tab. So you saw over here, I went over on the left side, promotion. You see now it's highlighted. Here's my one guy I have, Anthony Scaramucci. Thank you, Anthony, for being such a good friend and being in my network. So basically, you can market yourself through this, and you're going to market yourself kind of through your or you can market your listings through your network here. So here you could share like updates on the market, things like that, to kind of push out information to your network. So then you are kind of coming across as the true professional and the true go-to in that market. So that's kind of the idea of Connect, is you're boasting to other agents, probably outside of your market, about how great you are within your market. And you can market listings. So you can, from here, you can choose from your listings. The kind of cool thing about this though is if you don't have any listings, you can still market listings from anybody in the Proxio network. So I mean, you can search through here and you can, I can showcase these listings to people outside of my network, but I probably wouldn't do that. I would probably take listings that are within my network at this point or my market, so I can promote those as, again, being the specialist within my market. Does that make sense to everybody? Is everyone, are you guys tracking with how we're doing this?
I mean, I am.
So yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sometimes I kind of start to wander a little bit, and I hope everyone's tracking it. It's kind of like it's a savvy way to market yourself without having listings, basically. So you can do it with other people's listings to other agents. So anyways, you can do that. And then when you do that, you actually just click and you then market to Anthony Scaramucci by sending a message, and it'll go to him, my one guy, and he'll get that information, and hopefully he'll think that I'm pretty awesome, and he'll send me a client down the road from Florida relocating to Holland, Michigan. Properties. So this is my properties, and again, this is you can add new properties. You can again find properties up here. So there's a little navigation bar. Not a whole lot to see here, except for these are your properties. So I have 11 of them, and then you can look at your connections here. Excuse me, we already looked at this. So Anthony Scaramucci is my connection. However, here is where you can connect with others if you want to get really specific about a market. So for us, we know that we have, our feeder markets are like Chicago, Detroit, Ann Arbor, Birmingham, all these places that we know are our market areas. And so we can, excuse me, I'm so sorry. We can start to kind of drill down on some of that stuff. So like I can say Chicago, Illinois, and I can say, language, probably English, because that's going to be probably my likely referral buyer. We just don't have a lot of international buyers here. specialties, whatever. If you can put in a specialty here if you want for those people. I'd put in global luxury because I want them to be a luxury specialist, and I'll leave it at that, and then I'll just say search. So then these are the people that I would like to do business with. So before that, though, probably before that, I'm going to want to look at kind of what their book of business is. So you can kind of look at their their bios. You can kind of see, all right, global luxury homes. They have a nice little bio here. Excuse me, God, I got something. But 0 properties, not a big deal. Not everybody has luxury properties, so I'm not going to hold it against them. But but invite to network. Why not, right? I mean, it seems like it's not going to hurt me any. Is there an easier way to go back that I'm not going to lose everything? Let's go back. All right.
Yeah.
So that's going to be kind of how I go through, and I'm going to tailor make my invite list based on people who I think are going to be likely to do business with me down the road. And then I'll start spreading information about the stuff that I do or my properties, or trying to lure them in to once again understand that I'm probably the best guy for the job when it comes to taking care of their clients that they're going to refer to me.
Can I add something real quick, Kersh?
What's that?
Can I add something real quick on this part?
Of course.
Let me turn my video on so I'm not just a ghost. When it comes to this part of it, the connecting part, it's one of those things where it is only as useful as you make it. If you've got one connection, then all of your posts... I mean, you kind of nailed it when you said think of it as like a social network, because that's what it is, Like, if you have one connection, you're going to have one person who has the capacity to see your posts. If you start making connections all over in those feeder markets and in other places, and maybe in your markets, maybe not, you're building a bigger network, which is more eyes on your property and more opportunity to, like you said, brand yourself as that expert and get your listings seen more. So it's really, really great, but it's only as great as you make it in terms of those connections. So don't be stingy. Don't feel like you got to be best friends with all these people. Because it's business.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. Dawn McKenna, giant agent everywhere. Absolutely invite her. Oh, error. Can't invite her. She blocked me. Actually, I think I already invited her. One of the other things I do want to point out while we're on this page is the view profile. So when you set up your profile, you do want to make sure that your profile looks good too. And there's, so this information is not easy to edit on your own. I think this has to come through Dash. Again,
yeah.
Tracy, JD?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So if you can try clicking the edit profile right there, Kersh, and I think that orange one right there. And there's one screen where you can edit this stuff, and so that's it right there, where if you look up there a little bit towards the top, it says your profile data is being updated by an external source. That is through Dash. So it's something your admin, your ASC or RSC would have to assist you with.
There you go. And they're happy to do it, right?
Oh, 100% of the time.
100% of the time. Yep. So again, shows up my information here. This is my cell phone. This is my office number, office where I reside. And then my little bio that I created there. Some of your specialties, which is all basically kind of feeds through Dash, or if you can edit that. I don't think you can though. And then a couple of little social network tabs here for them to engage with you on social media, which is also very important. Your properties, and then collections. I think you can create a collection list. I haven't yet, but I will, JD. Don't you worry. I'm gonna get on that. All right, so that's that is the connections part of it. JD or Tracy, do you have anything to add beyond that? I mean, I think this is kind of basic. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. I mean, I would reiterate, the more you use it, the more you're going to get from it. Anthony put a great point in the chat, which is, so as suggestions, pick agents from where your buyers are coming from as well, so that you're like those feeder markets. You're being strategic about these connections that you're making. Especially when we start playing with this higher and higher price points, those buyers can come from anywhere. And so that's a really great point too.
That is a fact.
One thing about the luxury network, this network of luxury certified property specialists, they want to refer their clients or friends of their clients, family of their clients, to people that they know are serious about the luxury space. So this, if you're not in Proxio, go in there, as we hear Kersh and JD say, go in there and get yourself up and make it look fabulous, because referrals really do happen in the luxury space. They will pick up the phone, they will call you. So use this as an opportunity to expand your network and really work to get those referrals connected over to you. Excellent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are you watching all these chats, JD? Do you see anything?
Elizabeth, it does not. At least as far as I've seen it, it does not let you override what Dash puts into that particular section.
I can confirm it does not. I tried.
Dash is like the keeper.
Yeah, it is definitely the gatekeeper. And to piggyback on what Tracy was saying, it's incredible how many referrals we get from agents, our team, how many referrals we get, because it's not like we're selling a subdivision where people are moving up from, we know, from one neighborhood to another neighborhood, and it's just within the same town, and you know exactly where your market is coming from. The luxury market is so vast and so big that you need all these boots on the ground, i.e. other agents out there, working kind of hand in hand with you, because they don't want to lose that relationship with that buyer or seller by sending them to somebody that they have no idea is even going to be able to do the job. They want to put them in very, very, very good hands. And that's why we have this kind of Proxio network, is because we know it's the best of the best. And everyone's been trained the way they should be trained. So it's an important thing. And I'll tell you, it's funny when you're going through and you're actually trying to pick agents to work with, it's amazing how much you just brush right by the ones with no headshots or no bio, because you're like, I don't want to. If they can't even take the time to do that, then forget them. They don't get my business.
You are so right, Kersh. You are so right. You have to have that complete profile. You have to have that headshot, and it has to be that professional headshot, right, Kersh?
Professional headshot, and hopefully professionally or really well written bio by someone who actually knows the English language a little bit, so they can punctuate the right way.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a pet peeve of mine.
Questions for Kersh?
Oh,
anybody?
For me?
Any other questions for Kersh, you guys? Scaramucci's saying you're awesome, Kersh.
Oh, not as awesome as Scaramucci.
Just giving a shout out to Anthony and Marcy, both on the call with us as well today, our other luxury ambassadors. All right, well, keep your questions coming, because Kersh is staying with us all the way through to the end, okay?
Well, we do have Showcase too, if you want me to go over Showcase real quick.
Let's do Showcase.
Let's do Showcase. Are you okay with that?
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Are people getting bored already, or are we engaged still? I can't see anybody, so hopefully they're engaged. I'm sorry. Look at me. I'm just like flying through this. Proxio Showcase. So there is a tab. I want to get rid of this. Okay, so there's a tab up at the top where you can flip between Proxio Connect and Proxio Showcase. Right now, I am in. Oh, here we go. I'm in Proxio Showcase. Which is, Proxio Showcase is pretty cool. And it's another kind of strategic way to promote listings. Sometimes not your own listings, but a way to give yourself credibility to buyers and sellers. There's more buyers and sellers kind of directed. So basically, there's these kind of tabs up here where you can kind of manage some of the stuff that you've already done. This is like already done projects. So, but before you do that, you probably are going to want to do like a little property search. And so up here, there's some tabs where you have your property search. And see, we can go back to Proxio Connect here. So we can click on that, go back to what we were doing before. We can go kind of, hobnob with all of our agents, then come over here, and then we can do some trolling for buyers and sellers. So property search, we would click here. And I pick places that I want to go, because I think that's kind of cool. So I already did this earlier, but Hawaii, why not Hawaii? So search some of these. So you go, and so I clicked already. So what you would do basically is I just clicked Hawaii, all price ranges. So that was a cool place to kind of like start promoting my my friends' properties, and you just kind of click follow this property, follow this property, follow this property. So real simple, just one click it like that. And then from there you have kind of a collection of properties that you've generated. Go back home. Oh, and then from this point, so this is where I have my collection. So then from here, there's managed developments. If you had developments in there, managed listings. So I'm on my managed listings tab. So these are the listings that I've collected, that I've put together, that I think are cool. There's also the sales kit, which will include your own listings in it, as well as the ones that you've kind of curated. Leads, this is just the leads that have come through. Contacts, these are any contacts. JDs are my contacts. My listings, of course, is my listings. Followers, and some analytics there. I haven't really looked at those analytics, but it's taking a while to generate, so we won't do that. So we go to sales kit, and if you wanted to say, if you want to showcase some of these listings here, you can select the listings that you want to showcase. So I want to showcase these listings here. And basically what you can do with these is, these are not my listings, obviously, because I don't work out of Hawaii. You can send these properties to anybody you want. So I would send them to myself. I'm going to just send it to myself just for fun. And then you can put in the subject, new, let's say Hawaii. That's two eyes. New Hawaii properties. Saw this, thought you might be interested. And then you, boom, you send them. And what happens here is, did it go? I don't know if it went. Oh yeah. So here you can register your client. After you send it, you can register your client, because what is going to happen is it will go to that client. Sorry, you don't need to see this. Oh, don't look at my business. See. So Kersh, Ruhl, Hawaii listings. So this is what comes across. Really nice looking little presentation, branded with your name, pretty cool. And you can then, so like the client then clicks on that, and they get this beautiful presentation with your name on it, your information, your Facebook. But down here it does have the listed by Coldwell Banker Realty. So it is branded. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're in market. If in your market people would get frustrated by you promoting their listings. I can't imagine why they would, but someone might. So as you can see, it's just a nice pretty presentation. I gotta, oops. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go over here. Sorry. I'm kind of losing my sight up here.
Always go back. You can always just hit back to desk too, and kind of redive
Do you see? Because I can't get this thing out of here. Can I get this out of here?
Do what thing? We can't see those little zoom bars actually. Those are invisible to us.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't see anything. So, anyways, let me just let me stop sharing here. All right. So, anyways, so that will be sent out to. That's really kind of the last piece that I wanted to show you on the present, because otherwise we're going to go into all these details and it's going to start all blending together. But basically, what the idea is with that present is you send that to a person, and they open it up, and then that listing agent gets an alert that something was opened up. One of their properties was opened up by an agent, or not by an agent, by a client, and then that agent then in turn reaches out to you and says, "Hey, somebody opened up my property with your name on it. Let's do business." And so then that's just, again, another in with agents that you might want to work with, who think that you might have business for them, because it's all, I mean, we all want to, we don't want to just be takers, we want to give as well. So maybe you have some people that you want to work with, and maybe you have some people that are moving to Hawaii, who knows, and you want to start kind of generating that kind of a relationship. That's a great way to do it. So again, it's strategic, but it's also very helpful. And I think that, again, in our world right now, this is what we need. We need we need these kinds of resources to be able to reach out to people that we wouldn't normally be able to hit, because things are happening at lightning speed and they are bigger and broader than ever before. So really that's kind of it. I think if you guys do have further questions, I'm happy to help, via what do they call it, email or a call or whatever. So yeah, that's really kind of all I have. Is there anything that I missed, do you think, JD or Tracy?
No, not from my end. I mean, you hit the highlights on my end.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
feel
what I
pretty
wanted.
good. I think
Yeah,
what.
Go ahead, JD.
So
go ahead.
one thing, just to kind of reiterate, because we've had a couple issues with this before, is that when you were looking, we've got Connect and Showcase, right? And you kind of go back to those two tools. Connect is going to be internal, and by an internal I mean other agents, other luxury agents you're kind of playing around with in your network. Showcase is going to be stuff that you would be sending to clients, stuff that you would maybe be posting to social media. That Connect is internal, Showcase is external. It's sort of a kind of nice way to think about it.
Beautiful. That's exactly right. And I'm really excited to start using it. I'm going to ask all you to be part of my network, so please accept my request. You have to go in and accept the request. So just kind of watch that.
Now, Anthony Scaramucci, one of our luxury ambassadors in Florida, just mentioned that there is a good training video that he really, really likes in Desk. JD or Anthony, why don't you send that over to JD, because he's going to do a follow-up with the recording of this event. And I think it'd be great to include that training video that Scaramucci's mentioning as well, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, he actually says JD is the one that showed it to him. So JD, you go ahead and include that out with everything. So I just encourage all of you, we have a lot of technologies and resources and tools within our Coldwell Banker Schmidt family of companies and in our luxury brand. And I think it's all about hanging out in it a little bit, trying to get familiar with it, test it out a little bit. There's nothing wrong with one more way for you to make connections, increase your sphere, and get more opportunities, especially in the high-end space. So Kersh, you did a great job. Thank you so much. You guys can follow back up with any of the luxury ambassadors. Also encourage you to go and look at this recording again, as well as the training video that's over in Desk, CB Desk. So great job, Kersh. Let's switch over to our luxury ambassador, Valerie Guenther, over in Florida as well. She's going to spend some time and share with you what Wealth Engine is and what it can mean for your business and how you can get a hold of it, okay? So Valerie Guenther, I'll turn it over to you.
Hey there. Can you hear me?
We can.
Perfect. Okay, so Wealth Engine is newly available to Coldwell Banker luxury property specialists. If you've been certified before and you were a member of the Institute of Luxury Home Marketing, it was an offering there, but Coldwell Banker now has incorporated it into their offering, and it's much more robust. So definitely worth it. What is it? It's a lookup tool. And it's a database of over 300 million high net worth individuals and 125 million high net worth households, like family trusts and that type of thing, focused only in the United States. Originally, it was created as a tool for nonprofits so that they could fundraise effectively. But then the business applications of it were discovered. And it's a great app, I think, for realtors because it will make you more effective and you'll differentiate yourself with these people, which is what ultimately all of us want to do. The 4 most common applications or uses of this product, as I've called around the country and talked to some other luxury property specialists and asked them, so how do you use it? What do you use it for? The first one is, and this is particularly true in Southwest Florida, if you have a buyer and you want to show a luxury property, and it's common that the listing agent will say that financial pre-qualification must accompany the request or they won't show the property. The sellers want that. So basically, you can pre-qualify somebody without even having to ask for a letter of introduction from their banker or financiers. You go into Wealth Engine, you use the lookup tool, and you can look anybody up that belongs to this database and get a profile on them that can be printed and shared. It's a one page and shared with the listing agent. Or if you are a luxury listing agent, you've got the listing, it's new, you can create lists of targeted individuals, for example, from your feeder markets. So you could say, oh, I've got this new listing on Minnesota Key in Southwest Florida, and our feeder market, one of our strong feeder markets is the Ohio area. Let me target high-income individuals from that marketplace or that particular zip code and create a list. And with the lookup, you're going to get their home phone number, their work phone number, their personal email addresses, and cell phone numbers. So it's excellent for that. You can also create lists of our local wealthy so that you can create relationships with them to develop a pipeline of future listings. It's used quite commonly that way by some of the very high-end local global luxury realtors on Southwest Florida. And you can also use it to do lifestyle marketing to your feeder market areas to develop a client base of future luxury property buyers for your area. So the idea behind this is to build your prospect pipeline with the uber wealthy, which is what it's all about in global luxury marketing. So the Wealth Engine provides a way to prospect and target these wealthy customers, and you can fine-tune your search and select by personal demographics like location, zip code, address, but also interests and hobbies or organizations that they belong to. The attributes that are displayed there are wealth, charitable giving, real estate, and vehicles. So you'll be able to see where else they own property, what cars they drive, and a general profile of them. But then you can incorporate into the search other demographics such as hobbies. Are they golfers? Do they play tennis? Do they support ballets? Life events, what is their age? Are they soon to become retired? Buying habits and relationships. So you're going to get that primary contact information, and it's going to help you create these super targeted lists. Now, I want you to be aware of one thing. This information is proprietary. So when you download and create your list, when you go into Wealth Engine to create your list, you are going to, each time you start out to do this, be required to sign an agreement that basically forces you to acknowledge that you will not share this data or combine it with anybody else's list. So for example, the idea of, well, let's you take that zip code and I'll take that zip code and let's come up with this super list. Is really a violation of the agreement with Wealth Engine. So I'm going to share with you a couple of examples so that you can see what the download looks like. They shared that with me. And then you'll be able to take a look and try, to try to see applications that would work for you. So let me do my screen share here. And do you see this now? This right now is the online wealth lookup. This was their sample, but this is exactly what one of their screenshots look like.
Hey, Valerie, We don't actually see the screenshot right now.
You don't?
No. Were you able to? Did you the share screen button and then?
Let me see.
Sure.
How's it now?
No dice right now. Is it something that I can pull up from somewhere else quickly, or not so much?
It's from. It was sent to me from Wealth Engine. So basically, maybe what the best thing to do would be for me to share it with you, and we can send it out.
We can send it out in our follow-up email. Based on what I sent you, Valerie, would it be good to go into Schmidt Resources and pull up the Wealth Engine Square and kind of walk it through there?
Yeah, we could possibly do that. Hold on, let me see. You all have disappeared now from me here.
JD, do you want to go ahead and go to Schmidt Resources into Wealth Engine for the info that's published, and maybe Valerie can kind of walk through that there?
Yeah,
So basically what I'm looking for is what's called the OWL report. It's got a little owl on top of it.
Yeah, I'm not going to have that on Schmidt Resources. I believe that's actually from Wealth Engine, but I can at the very least just get this.
This was something that they shared with me internally.
Okay. Gotcha.
So anyway, I think the important thing is that we have this great tool available to us. It is an ideal way to farm and build a pipeline. And it is a way to farm and build a pipeline with the ultra wealthy. So if you have any questions, I have used it in the past with the Institute of Luxury Home Marketing, but as I said, the Coldwell Banker offering is definitely the way you'll want to go because it's far more generous. You get more searches, larger lists for a similar amount of money, and as you add to it, the per prospect addition to what the amount is that you get per year is only 16 cents per prospect. So definitely a very good opportunity.
All right, so why don't we go into Schmidt Resources, JD, and share your screen. Valerie, let's make sure you can see a screen and you can at least walk through how to sign up when you're ready for Wealth Engine, where to go to do all of that. If you're not able to, I can go ahead and walk that through.
Why don't you go ahead at this point, because as I've tried to share with you, kind of lost it.
All right, so everybody can see here JD's screen that he pulled up. This is right in Schmidt Resources, you guys, in the Global Luxury Square within Wealth Engine, okay? Right in the Global Luxury Square. So this just gives a little overview. If we scroll down, it talks about the functionality that Valerie covered, but how to start your subscription. How do you get access to Wealth Engine? And it's right here. So you email Coldwell Banker Sales at wealthengine.com. You could also pick up the phone and call. Maybe if you have some questions, you kind of want to go through it a little bit. But they'll set up a user agreement to send over to you, and then you have to pay the invoice of $250. So that's not just a random setup fee. That's because the minimum subscription purchase of addresses is $250. So you're actually doing your deposit for your future addresses that you're gonna pull, okay? So they're gonna need that $250 because that deposit is prepaid. And then you'll get a welcome from Wealth Engine, walking you through the password process and how to start accessing all of your addresses. Now the next section is really how to purchase a list, right? So once you get in there and get using it, you're gonna wanna know how to purchase that list. So you can go through these step-by-step instructions. It's not complicated, but there is also a support line for Wealth Engine if you need that. Now, if we go down a little bit further, JD, you're gonna see that there's a lot of trainings going on for Wealth Engine, okay? You can register for the trainings, but look at all of these dates that are coming up. Lots of great opportunities. They have Q&A sessions, just informational sessions for you to participate in, to learn more about Wealth Engine, how others are using it, and what that impact is to them in their business. So lots of great opportunities for not only just this opportunity to have it put in front of you, but for you to deep dive a little bit further into why you may want to add Wealth Engine as part of your prospecting, looking for buyers and sellers, okay? All right, Valerie, do you have anything that you want to add to that, or Kersh? We've got other luxury ambassadors on here as well today. Anything anyone would want to add, or more questions?
I think we've covered it all. I think, although I will tell you that this product is really exciting and very interesting. I mean, you'll get in there, it's so easy to use, and you can create very, very good prospect lists.
Yeah, so we've got some good questions that are in the queue here. So I think we did cover the cost. There is a prepaid address cost of $250 to start the program. And again, that comes off the purchase of your addresses. Are there no do not call restrictions? These would already be vetted. Wealth Engine is probably one of the most vetted lists, so I don't think you have to worry about that there. Wealth Engine is specifically for luxury certified property specialists. This is not available to agents that have not received their certification yet, right? So our Coldwell Banker Global Luxury brand really opens up a ton of assets to all of our agents, whether you're certified or not. But there has to be other stuff, you guys, that's just for the certified luxury property specialist. And two of those that we're showing today are Proxio and Wealth Engine. So you do need to complete your Global Luxury Certification Training event. You do need to get your 3 property sales all within a 24-month period. Submit that application, then you will become certified. Another question is I thought Wealth Engine was included in the GL certification. It is included in the GL certification. You have access to Wealth Engine through the Global Luxury certification, but the purchase of the addresses is not complimentary. You do need to buy your addresses, okay? Are there any training videos we refer to in the future? Yep, there's lots of trainings going on. They're all right in here, new trainings. You can go into CB Desk. We haven't seen a lot out there that's recorded on Wealth Engine, but there's always training sessions. So JD, if you want to scroll down to the training part one more time of the different training events, as well as the Q&A sessions. But you can see Tuesday, July 13th, you guys, that's just a few short weeks away. There's a training event, and there's a bunch of them all the way scheduled to the end of the year. And then a lot of great Q&A sessions, okay? So please go ahead and log on to those, learn more, and please reach out to us if you have any questions, all right? JD, I don't think I see anything else in the queue here on the chat.
No.
Anybody else have any questions? All right, I think we're going to finish right on time.
That's wonderful, like to the T.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kersh. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you both so much for bringing Proxio and Wealth Engine as a demo to our agents so they can see that it exists and what the potential is. Now it's time for everybody to deep dive a little bit further. So reach out to us if we can help you in any way. Thanks to everyone for being on the call. And JD, as always, you are awesome. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Bye now.
Bye.